Hey everyone, Dankus Dad here, and once again today I'm going to be bringing you another Wild Hearts reveal. And this time we have Alistair's Guide for you. Alistair's Guide is a one cost tamer card, it's an item, and it says Seek for. Look at the top X cards of your deck, put up to one of them in your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So, X being the 4, this means that you get to look at your top 4 cards. There's also this little bit of extra text. You may put up to 2 cards in your hand instead. So, rather than just getting the one card like you would normally from a Seek, Alistar's Guide lets you look at your top 4 and add 2 of them to your hand. So, this effect is extremely powerful, especially in Wild Hearts. In this game, you only have 30 cards in your deck, and you draw 7 of them to start the game. So if you play an Alistair's Guide, even on just the first turn, you're going to be seeing nearly a fifth of the cards left in your deck already, and it will actually be that many. And the later in the game you play it, the more sort of digging you get to do to find that one card that you still haven't found. So if you're running 2 copies of a card that you really need to see, Alistair's Guide is going to help you find it. So next up is the support ability, which is move a tame ally to an adjacent field to give a friendly familiar +1 power. So this ability is very, very good. Being able to move a tame ally is very nice. The tame restriction does somewhat limit this card, but tame is a pretty common trait, so it should be pretty reasonable to do this. And in the starter decks, you almost always have a tame ally to move if you're playing tactics. Maybe it's not so plentiful in the base set, we'll just have to see. But I feel like Tame and Wild are probably pretty popular, at least based on what the starter decks would imply. Now, the worst part about this card is that as a player, it presents a painful choice to you. This effect is so far the most powerful draw effect that I have seen, at least in the starters. And having to give that up for one of the most powerful support effects I have seen is a really tough tension. Do you value the movement and power on your familiars? Do you want to save this to try to find your important piece? It's hard to say. And I think that that's one of the things that makes Alistair's Guide such an interesting card, is that if you draw it in your opening hand turn 1 and you don't draw that important card you need to find, then you really need to think about whether you want to develop the support or save Alistair's Guide to dig for when you really need to find that card. Overall, though, big fan of it, and I am looking forward to playing more with this card in Constructed, and of course seeing more about the character Alistair in this guide. You got a lovely bit of art there, the nice desk. You get to see this guide open. Is it being read? Is it being written in? Well, you'll just have to see the story and find out. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.